There's the final line score for Crosby and Malkin. We alluded to the fact that no points, but that's not to undermine the effort of these two. Crosby 56% on draws, and that has been a real improvement area for him in this postseason. Sydney and the number one star, Marc-Andre Fleury, at the podium.
Marc-Andre, just yesterday you were talking about Game 6 last year and that one puck that snuck underneath you. Today you had, I think, 2 or 3 in the crease that didn't go in, and you made the huge save on Cleary on the breakaway. How do you feel about this Game 6 as opposed to last year, given some of that history?
I don't know. It's just a great feeling, that we've won that one. Last year was tough, to lose it and, to see the team lift the cup and to be still alive, to have a chance at it, to go that Game 7. It's awesome.
Andre, right here in the middle. I think both broadcasts rolled in the shot, so I have to ask you about it. I see you got a big kiss on the cheek on your way into the rink tonight. I don't know if it was mom or somebody was there with you. You got a big, was that a little bit of lady luck on your shoulder?
Yeah, that was my mom. My parents have been here for a while, trying to support me like they did all my career since I'm a young kid, and to have them here with me at this point, it's pretty cool.
Sid, for the second straight year, the Stanley Cup was out of its box, and you guys made them put it back in. How satisfying is it knowing that the next time it comes out of there, you actually have a chance to touch it?
No, it's an unbelievable opportunity, and we weren't thinking about last year at all, but we found a way to survive. That's what we had to do tonight, and now it's anyone's game, and it's going to be a great challenge. They play great at home, but we've got to battle and find a way to pull it off.
Both of you, how many times have you played a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final in your backyard, and just sort of the emotion growing up and living that game Friday night?
Probably hundreds of times, like every kid growing up. You play street hockey, you play in the outdoor rinks, you always dream of that opportunity, and I've watched Game 7s on TV, and you dream of making the NHL, but that's always something that sticks out, is playing for the Cup and Game 7. So, like I said, we've got an amazing opportunity here.
I don't know. It's a great opportunity. Since I'm young, I've been dreaming about making a save, on the breakaway for the Cup. So to have a chance like this, to get that thing, it's awesome.
Marc-Andre, can you just take us through the moment when Danny Cleary's breaking in on you? What's going through your mind? What you're thinking at that point in the game?
I knew that could be a turning point. If I could make the save, and at first I was kind of thinking about poke checking, but then I tried to be patient instead and wait for him to make the first move, and I got a piece of it.
Process of the last 48 hours or so, coming back off a game where you give up 5 goals, and just gearing yourself up for this game a little bit.
I think I've learned throughout my years that it doesn't matter how many goals you give up in a game. I think it's a matter of you lose. So doesn't matter if I give 1 or 5. So I just try to forget about it. Put it in the back, and come the next day to the rink with a smile on, and try to be positive and confident for tonight's game.
Sid, you just said a little earlier that you had to find a way to survive to get to a Game 7. You kind of survived tonight on the backs of some of your more role players. Peter Sikora blocks a shot early. Matt Cook had a strong game. Guys like that, I mean, it must really be a boost when you see guys like that come into the forefront and actually stepping into the spotlight. Yeah,
I mean, we rely on each other, and teams don't get to this point without, each guy stepping up in their own way, and time after time, I think our team has proven that we're a true team, and everyone's contributing. And tight games like this, there's not going to be a lot of chances, but when there is, you rely on the guy next to you to execute, and it's not going to be the same guy every night, but that's why we've had success. We've leaned on each other, and in a big game like this, TK, Stalzy, they come up with some big goals, and those role players, so to speak, they get big plays, and we've depended on them all season long.
Sidney, there's not been a lot of momentum between games, and you would have taken this win no matter what. But could you talk about it as it relates to Game 7 in light of the quality of the win? The discipline being better, the approach being better, the third period, the shots on goal, the first 2 periods being down and so forth. Just the quality and what it might mean going into 7.
Well, it was tight, and that's what you expect every game in the playoffs, and we don't expect Game 7 to be any different. It's going to be a game of execution. I think it's important just to take that lesson. Both teams were patient, but also worked hard and battled for their opportunities. But when it's tight like it is, you got to be responsible and wait for your chances. And then, like I said, it just comes down to execution. So we'll take that lesson from this game.
Sidney, Marc-Andre answered this, but about Dan Cleary's breakaway, and what are you thinking as you're seeing Cleary break toward the net there?
Well, late, you don't like seeing their team have a breakaway like that, but you know what? I think myself, like a lot of guys, we expected Flower to stop it. The way he was playing tonight, he saved us many times, but we have all the confidence in the world. So. Not going to say I like seeing it, but I had all the confidence in the world that he's going to make that stop.